Hey everyone, welcome down. I'm Adam.
And I'm James.
And next time you're on Amazon buying a 55-gallon drum of lube and Predator on DVD, you can chuck a free career in video games into your cart too.
I don't understand. If you have Predator on DVD, why would you need lube?
Because you need...
No, you're going to be all wet.
Getting that will probably take a little longer with Prime shipping, though. This analogy is really stupid, Lawrence.
Yeah, sorry.
Amazon released a free AAA game engine yesterday called Lumberyard. And yeah, it's totally free. Sort of. Much like Hospital Specialty Co. box of 100 Comfort Plus tampons, there are some strings attached.
Zing, motherfucker!
Lawrence, you spend too much time on Amazon.
No, I laughed at that when I read it.
The engine is totally free to download and use, but if you want to use any third-party servers with Lumberyard, it must be Amazon Web Services. That's fun, right, Lawrence?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's not that bad. The terms of use do allow developers to use their own first-party services for free, though. So provided you have the cash to buy and operate your own server farm, games made with Lumberyard are still free.
Cool.
And they can just be single-player. There's that.
There is one more monetary hook in the engine, though. Amazon is launching GameLift, a scalable web service that manages multiplayer game sessions. It will cost about $1.50 per 1,000 daily active users, which is cool, right? Because video games.
Is that a good price, Lawrence?
Yeah,
okay.
depending. Depends how much money you're squeezing out of those daily active users. It's just kind of interesting to me that that's the real currency of video games now. It's not really how much you can get people to buy your game, but how much attention you grab and how much you get them coming back.
It's as if games are a service now. To make the deal even sweeter, Amazon has already signed deals with Microsoft and Sony, meaning you can develop games for both the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 with Lumberyard.
Well, I can't, but you, very smart person watching this episode, might be able to.
Very
Smart
much
people
true.
watch our show?
Yeah, it's a couple. Put us into video game, please. But what does this all mean, Lawrence?
Yeah, it's hard to tell why you should care, considering it's an engine and most people just like playing games. Mostly looking back in terms of industry moves, this looks like the culmination of a lot of Amazon's gaming acquisitions over the last few years. They've been on a weird tear, buying up a lot of companies that didn't make a lot of sense at the time. Now it's all kind of paying off. For starters, Lumberyard is based on CryEngine. This is the first-party engine developed by the recently struggling German game developer Crytek. And just because we haven't said Cry enough yet, these are the guys that made Far Cry and the Crysis trilogy.
Rumors indicated that Amazon licensed the engine last April. At the time, nobody knew exactly why Amazon would want to do that. It turns out they wanted to launch their own open-source engine, which is way more ballsy than anyone expected.
Yeah, while Lumberyard is currently based on CryEngine, it's a fork of that engine, or to put it in non-nerd speak, Amazon will continue to develop the engine's toolset, meaning it will diverge from the CryEngine as further releases add to the changed features. This is very similar to how Half-Life started out on the Quake engine and then pretty much became Source down the line.
Yeah, Amazon also acquired Double Helix Games in February 2014. At the time, it was assumed Double Helix would go to work on developing games for Amazon's mobile division. But again, it turns out that thinking was a little too narrow-minded.
What did Amazon do instead, Lawrence?
So Double Helix made Killer Instinct for the Xbox One, or at least they did Season 1. Amazon actually grabbed Double Helix because of all the networking code they wrote for that game. Fighting games require a lot of low latency networking shit because it's probably one of the most responsive games out there still. It's down to the frame, or it's 16 milliseconds. So you have to have really tight networking code for that, and that's basically what they grabbed from Double Helix and incorporated it into Lumberyard.
And finally, you should recall that Amazon acquired the online streaming service Twitch in August 2014, and we've been waiting to see what that acquisition would finally mean, and Twitch's integration of Lumberyard sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, while games like #iDarb have toyed with the notion of Twitch plays or the idea that Twitch viewers can directly influence a game, Lumberyard will support those features at the engine level. In addition, Lumberyard uses a feature called Join In, which will allow Twitch viewers to easily join online games with Twitch broadcasters.
Twitch.
Will you Twitch to broadcast Twitch?
So what does this mean for games? Hopefully it does just mean more of them, because of developing a AAA game has divided the games market between powerhouse franchises and quirky low-budget indie hits.
Yeah, but think about it. Basically, all the big-budget games published today are part of annual series that will sell predictably every year. It makes sense from a business perspective. Nobody wants to front a ton of cash on a risky, unproven property.
Yeah, hopefully the prevalence of free engines will allow scrappy devs with less cash to make games with production values rivaling that of bigger development houses.
And actually, this appears to be Amazon's plan from the start. Amazon Game Studios head Ian Vogel explained as much in an interview with Games Industry Biz in October 2014.
Yeah, at the time, Vogel said, quote, "You've got great games in the casual and mobile space, and you've got great games in the console/AAA space, and there's a huge delta between those two poles. We do see indie games there, we do see Steam, and we do see some other games there, but I think that's a huge market that is underserved."
And just in case you're not on board yet, what else does Amazon have for us, Lawrence?
Oh boy, this gets pretty internet. Amazon actually has clauses in their terms of use to cover you in the case of a zombie outbreak.
What?
Huh?
Excuse me?
It's not a joke, it's really in there. So this was spotted by Diane Patterson on Twitter. Section 57.10 of the Lumberyard Terms of Service forbid its developers from using the engine with, quote, life-critical or safety-critical systems such as use in operation of medical equipment, automated transportation systems, autonomous vehicles, aircraft or air traffic control, nuclear facilities, manned spacecraft, or military use in connection with live combat. Yeah, but you know, when the going gets tough, the rules get thrown out the window. The section goes on to say that such restrictions don't apply in the event of, quote, widespread viral infection transmitted via bites or contact with bodily fluids that cause human corpses to reanimate and seek to consume living human flesh, blood, brain, or nerve tissue, and is likely to result in the fall of organized civilization.
Is this like one of those brown M&M things? Like just making sure you read the terms of service?
What's the brown M&M thing?
You know, the what is it, Van Halen? Was it Van Halen or Motley Crue or one of the two? They would have brown M&Ms only just to make sure that the venue doesn't electrocute them.
Right.
And as always, here on The Know, we always leave you with a question. Lawrence, what are we going to do with that 55 gallons of lube?
We're going to have a breath holding contest. We're going to jump in there, hold our breath as long as we can, and then what you do is you pop out like a snake and slither across the ground as fast as you can, going
I just don't understand why we couldn't get Predator on Blu-ray. Really? Did it really cost that much more? Because I doubt it.
$6 on DVD. Why wouldn't you get it?
Because it's $7 on Blu-ray.
I've never seen Predator.
You son of a bitch!
When you get all that lube in your eyes, it's not going to look very sharp anyway, so you might as well just buy it on DVD and save the
I
money.
mean, that's how Arnold hid from the Predator. He jumped in the lube.
lubed himself up.
He goes, "Come on, hit me!
here.
I'm here!
I'm here.
Try to grab me! Oh, you can't!
up,
You can't grab
Try
me.
to grab me, I'm
Too slippery! You're You're Rastafarian head. Can't hold me."
There we go. That's the thing.